everyone? It is week 39 of my Accutane adventures, and check out this sweet new couch that I just got. Now I realized that I don't always update you guys on what my dosage is because it stayed constant for a while, but I realized that there are new people that don't know what my dosage is. So I am taking 120 milligrams every single day. I have 20 milligram, see that there, 20 milligram pills, and I take one whole row of them. So that is 5 at once. Or I'll split it up 2 in the morning and 3 at night, but I take them with 5. I actually generally take all 5 at once. That's usually how I like to do it. And I'll take it with at least 25 grams of fat, but up to maybe like 50 or 60 grams of fat. And the more fat, for me at least, the more that the Accutane is absorbed into my body. So this week I've been getting a lot of compliments in real life and on YouTube, even on videos that have nothing to do with my acne or my Accutane. I'll get all these comments where people are just like, oh wow, I just realized how much you're clearing up, or I realized that the blackheads in your forehead or whatever are clearing up, and it's so awesome. And I'm stoked about that because, you know, if other people are noticing, then that means that it's really happening, because, you know, you can notice things, but not everyone notices until it's a big deal. So I must be getting clear. Pretty much what I'm dealing with is just a few little red spots and then a medium amount of blackheads, and the blackheads are coming out more and more every single week, so I'm excited about that. I think, you know, in a couple more weeks there will be a very minimal amount of blackheads and probably not even any little red bumps, maybe just a little bit of redness, but no actual like whitehead zits, and then after that, clear roads, baby. Now on to the fan questions. The first fan question comes from I Hold the Camera, and he says, what is your skincare, you know, routine? Basically, he's like, I know you wash your face, but what else do you do, or do you do anything? Now what I do is, my dermatologist gave me this stuff called Accutane, and it's pretty, let me see if I can focus this. It's pretty awesome. Basically what I do with Accutane is it's a nice gentle cleanser, and I'll use that right after my workouts because, you know, really, if you're someone who works out, right after you finish your workout, when you're hot, you have a lot of sweat on your face, you know, obviously you have a little bit of dirt from your hair or whatever, you don't want to just let that dry because that's when you're going to clog up your pores. So I put this stuff on my face right after, wash it off, and then I go do my cardio or whatever, so it's great. And then at night I use this stuff. Now I'm not going to give you the brand because it's a really crappy brand, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cheap stuff. But it's just salicylic acid pads, and these are 0.5%, which is a super light version of it. Usually people get like a 2 or a full 5%, but this is a 0.5%. Basically what this is I use it right before I go to bed just to wipe my forehead and then my cheeks. Just in case there's any, you know, any little bit of dirt or bacteria on my face, I can pretty much get rid of it because it's basically alcohol, that's salicylic acid, and then I go to bed, and that's pretty much my skincare routine. You know, I use cold water in the shower when I finish my showers to close my pores up so they aren't open. And other than that, I don't use any other products other than obviously Accutane. Now this next one's not a question so much, but it has been left multiple times, not only by this person, but by many other people. Basically they say, you should stop furrowing your forehead, making lines in your forehead, because their theory is that in between the lines there's an extra buildup of dead skin and oil, sebum oil, and that is causing me to break out when I do this. Now the problem is with this little expression of my face, this is something that a lot of people do when they're happy. You know, you raise your eyebrows because it shows that you are excited. You'll notice in a lot of videos I'm excited and my eyebrows are raised and my forehead is wrinkled. And I mean, it's something that I do, so I'm not gonna change what I do to get rid of my acne. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking Accutane to get rid of my acne so I can continue what I do. You know, I don't want to have to limit my expressions. I don't want to have to limit my output of emotion just because, you know, I'm afraid of having a couple extra blackheads or something on my forehead, or it's going to take an extra week or 2 on Accutane to get rid of this stuff. I want to be able to continue expressing myself, you know what I'm saying? Next question comes from Jay Gonzalez, and he says, have you ever thought about stopping training until your acne is cleared up? He figures that working out probably attributes to my acne. Now, you are right. Working out probably does attribute a good bit to my acne, but like I just said in the last question, I can't stop doing something that makes me happy, something that is truly me expressing myself. And weight training, lifting weights, becoming better, working on my physique, just all these things, it's something, it's a passion of mine that not everyone understands, but for me it's something that I love doing. Like I 100% absolutely love weight training, trying to perfect my physique, trying to get a better connection with my mind and my muscles, and all that is just, it's pure bliss to me. So I can't stop doing something that I absolutely love, and which is why I'm taking Accutane, because that's going to fix my acne while I'm still able to do things that I love. Jessica Rosenbrock asks, have you ever been judged or dealt with negative comments on a day-to-day basis? Then she asks, do you think that dealing with your flaw of acne has allowed you to become more humble, and do you think that if you didn't have acne or some sort of flaw that you would not have been so humble at this point in your life? Now, I have dealt with negative comments day to day. When I was in high school, you know, when you're in high school, you're seeing people every day. When you're not in high school, you aren't seeing those same people every day. You're doing different things all the time, and people are less rude. In high school, people would tell me all the time, like, oh wow man, you got a lot of acne, oh man, pizza face, oh man, that one's big, oh dude, that one's gonna hit me, all that stuff. And who cares? I mean, like, seriously, I guess at some point it bothered me a little bit, but at the same time, I was still living my life the same way I do now. You know, I was like, hey, I want to go to the football game. I got a big old cyst on my head. Who cares? I'm going to the football game. You know what I'm saying? I would just still live my life to the fullest. Do I think that I'd be less humble if I didn't have some sort of flaw? I want to say no, but I don't know. Maybe if I never had acne, you know, I just grew. I had a lot of muscles. People were always stoked on me. No one ever accused me of steroids because I was completely clear-faced. Maybe I'd be a little bit more cocky. Maybe I'd be a little Just Said about it. But I like to hope that that is not how it would be, because in my nature, I really like to help people, and I feel like if you're someone who really likes to help people, you have to be a little bit humble. You know, you can't be completely cocky and arrogant, because if you're cocky and arrogant, then you're more so about yourself than you are about other people. But I love helping other people, so I don't think I would be any less humble if I had no flaws. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, other than the questions, is that I've kind of had a little experiment this week where I wanted to see, because my face is clearing up, right? You guys are seeing my face get pretty clear, and it looks like we're getting towards the end of the journey. I wanted to see if I put whey back into my diet, whey protein. I wanted to see if it would cause me to break out or maybe cause a cyst or something, because that's what it seemed like it was doing before. It was causing me cysts because I was having dairy and I was having whey. So this whole week, about once a day, I've been having a Quest product, which is made, you know, partly by whey protein, and I wanted to see if that would cause my acne to get any worse. I've done it for 7 days now, and thus far, there's no difference. Like, I haven't broken out anymore. I've actually gotten clearer. See, I only have just a few little spots left on my cheeks, and those were the trouble areas. The rest of it's blackheads. And even this I had a big old blood blister cyst over here, and that went away right after I got it injected with an anti-inflammatory. By the way, I got this cyst over here injected with an anti-inflammatory on Monday when I went to see the dermatologist. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of my Accutane Adventures. It is week 39. Next week will be week 40. 40 weeks of Accutane, but we're getting to the finish line, and I'm really, really happy about that. And you guys have been just the best support team that I could possibly ask for. And you know, I don't feel like my adventure would have been quite the same or quite as positive and uplifting and inspiring if you guys weren't behind me with it, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for the support all along this adventure. I really appreciate every like and every comment. Also, I'm about to show you guys an outro that I spent a lot of time on yesterday, a couple hours, and I think it's really, really sick. So I'd love to hear you guys' opinions of it in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave questions if you want any of your questions answered next week in the comments below as well. Thank you for checking out the video. Team Beyond the Week. Live to have your time, MIRIN. Don't give a damn about your acne!